This is the Tea Party Hardy channel, and Tea Party means something. It means that we support America for the foundation it was created upon, to which the Sons of Liberty, who are the ones that participated in the original Tea Party, came together and said, no taxation without representation. And that led to eventually a Declaration of Independence and a Constitution. And then came World War I and World War II. Yes, I'm skipping over several wars. And in World War II, 75 years ago today, was D-Day. And those men, for us younger generations, experienced it not through their eyes, but through the eyes of Steven Spielberg and Saving Private Ryan, or maybe through John Wayne in The Longest Day. However it is that you come to see what happened to those overwhelmingly brave young men, and remembering oh so much that bravery isn't the absence of being afraid, it's moving forward no matter how terrified you are. And anyone who wasn't terrified on that day was not mentally okay. When you name a day Doomsday, of course you're afraid. So the last few remaining U.S. veterans were thanked on the 75th anniversary of D-Day. I did my best to forget, and now they all want to learn about it, said Alvin Markle III, 100, a D-Day veteran. So we at the Tea Party Hardy say thank you to all veterans of every war for fighting to keep America free. We're going to change directions now, but barely. Again, this is the Tea Party Hardy channel, where we stand for what America was born out of. I want to do a reminder on this D-Day, not only of the generosity and courage of these fellows, but let's look at what Abraham Lincoln had to say back in his time. Abraham Lincoln was addressing some military students, and this is what he said to them. From whence shall we expect the approach of danger? Shall some transatlantic military giant step the earth and crush us at a blow? Never. All the armies of Europe and Asia could not by force take a drink from the Ohio River or make a track on the Blue Ridge in the trial of 1,000 years. No. If destruction be our lot, we must ourselves be the author and finisher. As a nation of free men, we will live forever or die by suicide. The men on D-Day made sure that a transatlantic army from Europe did not get to drink from the Ohio River and did not track on the Blue Ridge. They did it. They succeeded. Thank you very much. But Lincoln also went on to say, if destruction be our lot, we must ourselves be its author and finisher. As a nation of free men, we will live forever or die by suicide. This is D-Day, June 6, 2019. Let's look at some of the headlines and see what his prophecy says about living as free men or dying by suicide. Thank you very much. Politico. Nancy Pelosi tells Democrats she wants to see the President, Trump, in prison. She also clashed with Judiciary Committee Chairman Jerry Nadler, who pressed her to begin impeachment proceedings. Speaker Nancy Pelosi told senior Democrats that she'd like to see President Donald Trump in prison, as she clashed with the White House Jerry Nadler in a meeting on Tuesday night over whether to launch impeachment proceedings. Death by suicide, destruction from within. This is what it looks like. Put him in prison for what? Defending himself? The story a couple of days ago was that he called Meghan Markle nasty. No, he said what she said about him was nasty, 'cause it was nasty what she said about him, but the media portrayed it. And maybe some of your left-wing friends are telling you, oh, he called her nasty. No, he said what she said was nasty about him, and it was nasty what she said about him. I came up with a saying at a job I had a long time ago, where my boss was on my case all the time, and it was the same situation that Trump faces. This is one of the reasons I empathize with him so much. And here's the expression I came up with. Will you please stop using your face to hurt this poor person's fist? Don't you see how swollen his knuckles are becoming? Quit putting your face in the way of his fist. It's just cruel. Stop it. That is what happens to Trump. He defends himself, and Pelosi wants him to go to jail. He defends himself against someone calling him nasty things by pointing out that they were nasty things, and they jump on him. Stop using your face to hurt Meghan Markle's fist. Stop using your face to hurt, that's hurting Nancy Pelosi's fist. Going medieval in California streets. I've already done a video on the incredible range of diseases that are here and coming our way in California because of the homeless situation and the illegal alien situation, who do not get their shots before they come to America and they bring their diseases. And we chose to do that. Dying by suicide, letting people into your country with diseases knowingly. Dying by suicide. It's not a metaphor, people. That's actually dying, okay? Tuberculosis, measles, that polio disease that isn't called polio, the new one, yeah, that's killing and striking children. That's death by suicide, not metaphorical. Nancy Pelosi is the death of the union. In LA's homeless crisis, the Skid Row is everywhere. Yes, it is. Why YouTube is wrong to censor Nazis and demonetize Steven Crowder. A nation of free men get to say stupid Nazi things. There were Nazi meetings held in New York City with prominent New York City Democrats attending. Go back and look up the footage. In Hitler's time. We're not talking this modern Nazi crap. We're talking the real ones. Bill Barr is asking questions the media don't want asked. A nation of free men isn't afraid of questions. A nation of free men does not fear questions. We did the Pelosi story. Wants to see Trump in prison. A nation of free men or die of its own authorship by suicide. So here's the stories. This is where I got them from. 2 days ago, yesterday, Yahoo purged hundreds, if not thousands, we'll never know, of YouTubers and demonetized them because of a scuffle of a left-winger complaining about right-wingers. I'm going to finish with this. No, if destruction be our lot, we must ourselves be its author and finisher. As a nation of free men, we will live forever. Thank you, DDay soldiers. Thank you, soldiers of Iraq and Afghanistan. Or die by suicide. No thank you, Democrat Nancy Pelosi. No thank you, Democrat leaders in all of California, from city council to dog catcher to governor. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you, big tech. No thank you, Democrat media. But I repeat myself.